Hi, Salam Alaikum. Sulaiman Rahim here. Welcome. Critical Analytics War Talk section. Sister and brother, I'm Sulaiman Rahim, the Messenger of the Covenant, breaker of the seven seals. Have some more war talk for you today. But this gets us some complicated ideas. So I'm going to take my time and try to explain them as clearly as possible. Because this is the plan, part 4. This is their plan. This is the ultimate goal. We talk about all the things along the way, but this is the ultimate goal, what they're trying to achieve. The plan, part 4. So, brothers and sisters, we're going to slay some demons today. We're going to slay the main demon today. First, let's talk about the angel, the light. Now, plan 4 is about the vision. So, this is part of that. This is, no. We have stars. See, they're fueled and they shine based on what they're fueled with. Some stars shine very bright because their fuel is very powerful. Some stars don't shine so bright. The star, our sun, it's like a stage 2 star. Stage 1 star is a hydrogen star. See, that just produces hydrogen. Stage 2 is a star that produces helium. It's fueled by helium, basically. That's the star, our star, the sun. Then you have another type of star they call a black hole. Now it's supposed to be a star, but it doesn't shine, it doesn't give any light. It just sucks up light. It traps light. See? But it doesn't shine. It's fueled by something, but whatever it's fueled by, it doesn't allow it to shine. So it's a star. It's fuel, right? But its fuel is not allowing it to emit light. Now, why am I talking about these two different things? Because that's what we have here now. See, now that the angel has been unsealed, right? Now it's fuel to ignite stars. And if you fueled by the angel, you're going to shine. See? Because you're fueled by the angel, so you're going to shine that angel light. But if you're not, and you're pretending and you're a black hole, no light's going to come out of you. So you say, I'm a star, and that's how you know the difference between the two. Because in my 30 plus year journey, I've had plenty of black holes come this way, some sent in. And I can recognize them. See, because they didn't produce any light. They claimed they were stars, they claimed they're producing light, but they weren't producing any light. See? Because the angel is mathematics. See, and mathematics is what mathematics is. It's logic, it's basis, it's correct. Right? We deal with mathematics, you deal with what's on one side equal sign is on another side, a side equal sign. It has to come out. has to calculate, right? See? So it's like when you ask a child, it says, how much is 5 plus 3? Oh, it's 8. Then you ask the child, how much is 8 plus 3? I mean, you ask the child, how much is 5 plus 3? It's 8. Then you ask the child, how much is 3 plus 5? They don't know. Because they don't know the math, they're just remembering it. See, they're shining math. See, they're absorbing it. They're absorbing their memory. See, but they're not shining it. That's how you recognize them. See, because they don't understand it, and they're just talking from memory. So they're not shining the angel. They're black holes. Now, some of them, some is unintentional, some is intentional. They said, well, I put it this way. They sent in, and they can't fool anyone because it's the same thing. You just ask a child, how much is 5 plus 3? 8, and then ask them what's 3 plus 5. They can't. So that's why you got to do it. And they found, because when they talk in the angel, you know they understand angel because they're going to say it mathematically correct. They're not going to make mathematically incorrect statement because angel is mathematics. It's supreme mathematics for the spatial mind. It's spatial mathematics. So if they got it, they're going to say it correctly. If they don't, right, you twist it around, they're going to mix. They're not going to say it correctly because they don't have it. They don't understand it. They talk from memory. That's what black holes do. Talk from memory, so there's no light coming out. See, just absorbing it. Memory absorbs stuff. See. So beware those black holes. See. Some people do it because they're sent in, they're trying to deceive. See. Some people, right, they just want you to think they understand it, and they don't. Because all you got to do is reverse the situation. How much is 3 plus 5? How much is 5 and 3? And they don't. See? And they're just trying to impress. So they're not helping anybody. They're helping anything. See? Because we need lights. Our people need light. We have enough of darkness. Forget about the black holes. See, the black holes, they absorb light, but dark out here, right? They're just totally darkness. They're not a star or anything. They're just taking light. So I thought I'd mention that. See, that's a very important concept. Because it's mathematics. Mathematics, right? Either you got it right or you don't get it right. You memorize it, you flip it around, that means you're just memorizing it. Then you're not shedding any light. See? We need light, and the angel is the light. Because once you learn the math, it's like once you learn mathematics, you can use multiplication, use all kinds of ways. That's why you see, when you see me talk the angel, I make all kinds of connections. Because it's mathematics. Everything adds up. No matter how you look at it, you say, oh, look at this presentation, look at that presentation. There's no inconsistencies. It all adds up. It all comes together. See? It's 3 plus 5, 2 plus 6, 1 plus 7, 9 minus 1, right? 2 times 4, right? It just adds up. It just comes out to 8 every time. But if you just a black hole, it only come out one way. 3 plus 5, okay, I got 8. And then you say, how much is 5 times 3? 5 plus 3? Oh, I don't know. How much 2 times 4? I don't know. How much is 16 divided by 2? I don't, see? It shows up. And that's why when you see Farrakhan, these clowns, they said it never adds up. Because once you take and change it around a little bit, it doesn't add up, it doesn't fit. They tell you, oh, well, everything is the will of Allah, you control nothing. Nothing. Then they come and tell you, oh, well, Every nation has a term, and nobody can pass the term. And they tell you, well, if America listens to Farrakhan, they get an extension. He just told you can't get an extension. Doesn't add up. And we have no control over anything. It's all the will of Allah. We control nothing. So he tells you. Then why even do anything if you can control nothing? We don't control our children, we don't control anything. It's all the will of Allah. But Allah says He does not change a people's condition until they change their own condition. So that means if you don't change your condition, it will not be changed. But they tell you have no control of anything. So, see, it doesn't add up. When you twist it around and not put it in another context, it just doesn't add up. But the angel, no matter what context you put it in, it adds up. That's how you know it's true mathematics. Sunnis, what they say don't add up. Oh, everything's will of Allah. No one can do anything except be the will of Allah. So they should be saying, when Adam sends a cruise missile up their ass, they should be saying, all praise be to Allah, because that was Allah's will, and they're supposed to be in submission to Allah's will. That they say in total submission to Allah's will. So if the missile shot, they send a missile up their ass and it blows up, and they should say, all praise be to Allah, because that was Allah's will. They're supposed to be in submission to it. See, it doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. See? That's how you know it's fake math, because it adds, no matter where you put it, it adds up. See? No matter how you construct it, it still adds up. 2 plus 6 will still be 8. 1 plus 7 will still be 8. No matter what kind, it still can come out to 8. It's still going to add up. So they cannot, they say, can you fool a Muslim nowadays? No, sir. Not nowadays. That's what the lesson say. And those trying to fool me, they're just wasting their time. Because I calculate and got to add up. If you're talking angel, it's got to add up. If it don't add up, that means you don't know it. You don't understand it. That's why I tell people, if you're going to talk to angel, if all you know is addition, then talk addition. Nothing wrong with that. But don't talk multiplication if you know addition. I mean, it may not be intentional, but it's still affects the same thing, because we don't deal with intentions. See, that's that Sunni stuff. We don't deal with intentions here in mathematics. Because someone runs over you and puts you in a wheelchair, you're not going to feel, it's not going to make you feel any better. They say they didn't intend to do it. Well, I didn't intend to do it. That's going to make you feel any better. It's not going to heal you. We don't deal with intentions here. Right? I didn't intend. Well, yeah, well, okay. Well, you're a mathematician. You're God. Okay. That's why we get it right. Oh, we make mistakes on the way. Of course, we make mistakes on the way. Every child is born, right? He's going to stumble around till he learn to walk. Right? But are those mistakes, right? Careless mistakes because you was careless? Then we don't care. We don't. What? Why was you careless? That means you didn't care about what you was doing. That's what careless mean. If that's the case, we don't accept that. If you did your homework, you studied and everything else, and you may, because I do it every now and then, I let a word slip, right? Put things in the wrong context slightly sometimes, right? Forget a couple things maybe sometimes. We're all going to do that. See? But you can also tell that the homework and everything was done. You can tell. See? And I'm not making any excuses. So I want to talk about that black hole situation. Okay. Like I said, we're going to talk about vision. Understand what vision is. See, it says that people without a vision perish. See, in other words, you get the more you have to have some idea what you're trying to accomplish. Or what's the point in getting up? I mean, you got something motivating you. That's your short-term vision. See, everybody has some kind of short-term vision of no sense to get out of bed. It's your vision. See, but people have to have a vision. Where you're going. See, where you're going in life. Europeans have a vision. Their vision was to control the world. And that vision is what led them to control the world. They didn't just jump up and start controlling the world. They had a vision to do it. And then they act on that vision. Have to have a vision. Wow, I want to be a rock star. Well, you have to have a vision. Then you start working on it. First, you have to have a vision. You have to sense direction. You have to have a map, right? You have to orientate that map. Then you have to start, and you stand there, you ain't getting anywhere. Once you got the map, you orientate. Then you start following the course to get to where you have to have a destination. I mean, just having a map don't mean anything. You have to have a destination the way you're trying to get to it. What's the point of having a map? So once you determine your destination, now you got the map show you how to get there, right? Then you got to start walking. So what map do original people have in America? See? Because your vision was taken away from you, so you've been installed a new vision, because the scripture tells you our vision was taken away from us, and Daniel tells you that the lion had to be given his vision back. It tells you, Mark, that the demon-possessed man had to be given his vision back. So who took that vision away from you? And what they replace it with? Those are the questions you be asking. Because if you're going in the wrong direction, you may end up in a trouble. Maybe you may end up in a bind, a dead end. You don't want to walk around the jungle, not know where you're going, or you might end up being lion shit. You better know where you're going. You better know your vision, because you don't know. The point is, where's this vision leading you? Because the vision you have right now is the American dream vision. That's the vision they implant upon you. See? So whose vision is that? Who gave you that vision? Did not the person that brought you over here impress you, give you that vision? And what does that vision start out with? Right? Perfecting their vision. Perfecting their vision. Because what was you do? You was working, right, to perfect their vision. You wasn't perfecting your vision when you was a slave. You're still a slave now, but when you realized you were a slave, I mean, even you was a slave, you didn't realize you were a slave, because Harriet Tubman says she could have freed thousands more people if they realized they were slaves. So you was actually enslaved on the plantation, right, in the field, and you still didn't even recognize you're a slave, even if then, and you was actually there, they, it was beating you and enslaving and raping you, still didn't even realize you're a slave then. So how the hell are you going to recognize it now if you couldn't recognize it then? So you can tell, I'm not a slave. Well, you told the same thing to Harriet Tubman when she would come out and try to rescue your ass. I'm not a slave. So don't tell me that you don't know the difference between what's a slave and what's not a slave. Because you didn't know it then, so you damn sure don't know it now. She said herself, she could have rescued thousands more if they realized they were slaves. And they was actually being beat, raped, killed, murdered, and everything else. Even in that situation, they did not realize they were slaves. So now you're going to tell me I'm free. You didn't recognize it then, so how the hell are you going to recognize it now? Because you are a slave right now. You're still in master's house. You're still doing what master tell you to do, right? If you don't obey his laws, right, he put you, and isn't that what the Constitution says? It says slavery was, the release from slavery was conditional. Conditional. They said you'll be returned if you disobey the laws. That means you're still a slave. If you don't obey master, he puts you back in the field. But what's modern day fields right now? The penitentiary. Brother, they got you coming and going. And because you got a false vision. This false religion, false reality. Who gave it to you? Your enemy gave it to you, so why would you trust it? Who's reinforcing it? The enemy's children, the devil's children, master's children. Because he raped the women, he produced the demon children. They're his children. They think like he think. They see they may be black face, but they think like him. And so their purpose is to make you serve master. Because their master's house, their master's children, they may be black faced children, they're still his children. They think like him no matter what you might think. You might want to say, oh no, they got black blood. You can play that game if you want to. That's not biologically correct. It's not mathematically correct. It's not biologically correct. It's not mathematically correct. Not even logically correct. So that purpose, you maintain that vision, because as long as you have that vision, master's vision, you serve a master. You perfect his vision, and his vision is to destroy your vision. So you actually commit suicide. You literally commit suicide. You're literally committing suicide. Hold on one second, bro. Sister, someone's trying to contact me. Hold on. So you're literally committing suicide if you're serving your enemy's vision. And you don't want to hear it. When I tell you, it's logic. It makes sense, but you don't hear it. But you're literally committing suicide. Because this vision, by definition, is your destruction. Just to think of it, even the religion, which is false, because only true religion is mathematics. It tells you to love master no matter what he does to you. Does that make sense? That's logic. So doesn't it encourage him to even be more wicked towards you? Because if you're going to love him and obey him no matter what he does, then why should he be restrained in any kind of way? And the more he mistreats you, the more you're supposed to love him. But you don't apply that to your brothers and sisters. So why you just apply it to master? You do not apply it to your brothers and sisters, because if they mistreat you, you're going to retaliate. So why are you doing that with master? See? So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the role of money in this whole situation. See? So let's move on into this. War talk. Because we're at war. We've been at war for over 500 years. See? The plan, part 4. The vision. Because that's it, the vision. I mean, that's a plan means, you make a plan means you haven't achieved it yet. So the plan is the vision. See? The plan is another word for vision. See, our vision is supposed to be the Abrahamic covenant. That's the vision that was given to us 50,000 years ago. And now we're at the threshold of achieving that, and they're desperate to make sure you never get that vision. See, it's been a 50,000 year journey with that vision. So now it's time to get to our destination. See, that's the vision is a journey. Right? It's a path to achieving to your destination. Once you're there, right? I got a vision, my vision I want to get to, right? Someplace. Once you got there, it's not a vision anymore. See? So our vision is the Abrahamic covenant, because what's the vision? We would go through that tells the path, outline the path, and what we will, and what's the destination. The destination means we return home, right? Return home. We return home to the promised land. That's the vision. Is anyone talking about that vision? They're telling you that vision belongs to someone else. It's a past vision. See, they're doing everything to take that vision away from you. And you got Lion Farrakhan. He doesn't even, oh, well, because he doesn't, the point is, the vision about the destination. So what's the destination? But he said, no, he said, oh, well, it's like giving you a map and say, oh, here's the path, right? But take out the destination. Why am I going this path then? There's no destination. What's the destination? No destination. See, there's no destination because the destination is the promise. We don't talk about that part. He said, oh, here's the map, right? Here's the different paths. But what's the destination? What's the point of having a map? You don't have a destination. That's not a vision. You have to have a destination. So he says it's a vision, but it's not. He claims, oh, well, that's the vision, but it's not, because he don't tell you what destination is, because he takes the destination out of it. He takes the destination out. Destination is return home to the promised land. Even like Muhammad taught, that's the whole purpose of Master Prophet Muhammad coming here, right? That's the whole purpose of coming here, right? To us return, whole purpose of Elijah Muhammad's 40-some-year mission. But he says, no, we're not going anywhere. So what's the point of having a map if you ain't going any damn where? What's the point of having a vision if you're not going anywhere? Because that's the vision, the Abrahamic covenant. It's a covenant with God. That's the vision. It's very clear. So I told you, it's the enemy to you. Because Master doesn't want us to have that vision. He wants to have his vision, the American dream vision that's built his vision that's destructive to you. And if that doesn't tell you what Farrakhan's about, nothing will. Because he don't tell. He said, we're not going anywhere. So that means he just snatched that vision out away from you. That's not what Elijah Muhammad taught. That's not Master Muhammad person coming here. Whole purpose of Elijah Muhammad come here, right, to set up for the messenger of the covenant. The messenger of the covenant. That means to get you home. Now you have a destination. Now to get you there. But he's not messenger of the covenant because he's telling you we ain't going anywhere. So by saying, he said, there's no vision. The only vision you have is Master's vision. Stay here with Master. Because it was two visions. The vision, the American dream to stay here, and the vision to leave here, the promised land, and go back to where you came from, to your own people. That's why it says in Malachi, they have to turn the hearts of the father to the children, and children hearts of the father. But that's not what Farrakhan said. He's saying stay here with your enemy. So it's two visions, going home or staying here. The Abrahamic covenant is a vision that Elijah Muhammad taught to leave here. He said, you be fools to stay here in the land you're imprisonment to fulfill this vision. Because this vision is not only your enemy's vision, but it's an enemy that's against you, forcing you to commit suicide. And Farrakhan is not promoting that vision. It says the messenger of the covenant. What covenant? The American dream, is that a covenant? But think about it, brothers and sisters. Then you got the story about Babylon. It says, come out of her, my people. See, he tells you a lie. He means, oh, well, come out her, well, stop. Come out her religion. See, come out of her so-called culture. Listen to him. Don't listen to them no more. Listen to him. That's not what it means. It says, come out. You be overtaken by her plagues, all her disasters and everything. Well, how the hell in other words, if you listen to Farrakhan and a hurricane come through, it's going to bypass you. Oh, he's with Farrakhan. Bypass him. Plague, bypass him. When they invade, right, Oh, if the Americans invade, don't mess with them. That's not what it means. It means get the hell out of here. Because America's Babylon's fallen and it's being destroyed, and you got to be clear of it. Those are the plagues it's talking about. But he's telling you stay here. And further, he goes further than that. He says if they get in a war, well, we got to pose a help fight them to save America. That's what he says. That's why he's got rid of all his archives, because that's what he's been saying. Because he wants to go back and see what he's been saying for the last few years, for the last 20 years. All the archives, he's supposed to be a prophet, the chief prophet. So if he's a chief prophet, he should have been prophesied for the last 20-some years or 40 years or something, right? That means he should want to keep those information here so you can go back and look and see, hey, yeah, he prophesied, yeah, right. But he took it all away. He took it all away because he's been lying and he's never talked. He talked the whole year about what was that thing? What's thing he did? Time must be done. Never mentioned this plague one time. 1619 to 2019, 400 years, 2020 be a plague that would kill the firstborn and elderly, pass over us. He never mentioned it one time, not one. They came close. He never mentioned this war, China's encroaching on America. He never mentioned, right, that they're about to blow up in the Middle East. He never talked about that. Oh, a time what must be done. It doesn't talk about any of that. It says, come out of her, my people. It means he twisted scripture. Oh, why don't we stay here? If America's in trouble, don't you want to get out of the house? If the house is burning, don't you want to get out? You don't want to move next door, do you? Wouldn't that be stupid? Oh, I'm just going to run this house on fire, so I'm going to run to the house next door. That's what it's telling you. Oh, we're going to stay here. We're going to get some 6 states. We're going to try to talk to them and get us 6 states. Not to mention that, they won't, nothing will grow because topsoil is almost eradicated in America. See, that fool is a total liar. And the people with him are idiots or demons. Have to be. Because nothing adds up. There's no mathematics. Mathematics just does not add up. Plus it follows the devil. So how in the hell, if it follows the devil, then we should be happy. We should praise Dr. Yakub because he's his seed. The devil, the Messiah came from his seed, from his devils. Yet Master Muhammad said we got to get rid of all of them. You can't live in peace. We're going to try to change them. We're going to change their DNA. We're going to save them. We're going to heal them. That's not what the lessons say. Nothing adds up over there. They're desperate. Not only is Farrakhan desperate because he's a demon, he's working for his daddy. He wants us to keep serving daddy's vision. But the Sunnis, they're also desperate because, remember, the destination is the promised land to us. They're sitting on it. They don't want you coming there because they got to move. See? And Magog and Britain, they don't want you that vision because now you're serving their vision. And if you start serving your vision, there's going to be a conflict. That means they're not living off your end. That means they lose their wealth because they're living off of your energy that you give it to their vision. See, because we got a whole nation here, got all this energy, right? But we give it to their vision. So that's making them rich. Because we building their house. We're building their dream. It's very simple, brothers and sisters, if you just think about it. if you can think. See, here you go. Top right. That's our vision. That's the world before and the world after. It says, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. That's the world was before they came along, and that's the world will be after. That's our vision that they're trying to destroy. And see, Farrakhan, right? That's the transition vision. That's where we are right now. So we got a choice. We're going top right or bottom right. See? Dr. Shabazz vision or Dr. Yakub's vision. The devil's vision or our vision. Right now, we're serving, right, their vision, what you see right there on the left. The demon vision, because he's selling us on that, and that vision leads to the bottom right. That vision is transition vision to the bottom right, because that's where we are right now in time, and that's what they're selling. See the demon right there, demon family. Farrakhan comes out of that. That's their. See, because remember, we're the time travelers, and right now this is where we are in time. See, but we got Master Muhammad and Suleiman. They're traveling towards that vision on the top right. That's the time, because time is transforming energy from one form into another. So right now, the energy that we're transforming is the energy you see right there with Farrakhan. That's the energy that we have to work with. So we transforming that energy, because that's the world they have made. That's the form the energy is. The form the energy isn't right now is what you see right there. That's the form that the energy isn't right now. It's the energy that the cave has made this world into. That's the energy that we got to work with. Understand? That's the energy that we have to work with. You're transforming. They transform the world into that energy that you see right there on the left. Demons, this technology and everything. See, they use our minds for the creativity, because 500 years ago, before they brought us over, they had no technology, they had no industry, they had none of that. See, that came out of our minds, but they had control of it. That's the problem I'm talking about right now, because we was forced, right, to fuel their dream. So they took our energy and took our energy, our creative energy, and gave the form they wanted to give it. They're technical, analytical, but they took our energy and they gave the form they wanted to give, what you see right there on the left. That's where we are right now in time. See? And demons trying to make you, they're pointing you towards, right, the American dream, which is going to lead you, see, to the fire. Because we're in fire, we're in the furnace right now. But it's going to lead you to that bottom right. That's where it's leading to. That's their vision. That's the ultimate vision there. See? That's why Master Muhammad came on the scene, raised Elijah Muhammad, and Suleiman, the angel that would take, and we time traveling to make that dream top right. So now we got two conflicting visions. And they're trying to snuff out our vision to achieve their vision. They're moving they're moving hard as they can, right? And quickly as they can to achieve that. Because they're out of tune with our reality, with our biological reality. That's why it's under attack. They're under attack with viruses and plagues and diseases and cancer, all that kind of stuff, because they're out of sync with our biological universe. They're at war with it. That's what I said. God will destroy those who are destroying the earth. What it means by destroying the climate and everything else. Because they do it by nature, because they're out of sync with it. They can't help it. And they know, they see it, but they can't come and tell the truth about it. They're just lying to you about it. Because they tell, oh man, we got climate control, we got global warming, all that stuff, right? And they say, we only got a few more years, and they're the ones that's causing it, but they're not doing anything about it. And we say, well, if this is such a threat, right? existential threat, right? Then why are you doing anything about, oh, we're a democracy, we got to vote. Wait a minute, your house on fire, you got to vote whether you're going to call the police department? Whether you're going to try to put it out? See, that's bullshit, because they don't plan to do anything about it. But they can't, but they can't ignore it, and and the public wants to know what's doing about it, so they say, oh, well, we got to vote. And the Republicans, they oppose, and this, all this BS. If you're in a house on fire, you don't do that. See? They ain't doing that about this plague, are they? They ain't voting about that. They're forcing it. They're going against the Constitution and everything else. Because they see that's an existential threat, but they don't see the global warming. They say, oh man, this is going to destroy the whole planet in a couple of years. We'll be, because they don't want to do anything about it. Because they know they can't do anything about it. They know the one causing it. And that's what they want to happen anyway, because they try to achieve that, what you see right there on the bottom right. The cyborg universe. The mechanical cyborg universe. That has no biological component other than just the brain that's encased in a mechanical body, electronic mechanical body. If they could replace the brain, they would do it also. They'd be totally mechanical. That's the world they achieve it. No flowers there, no biology there. And in that sense, they could live forever because the part they replace it, mechanical. And the brain doesn't, it's not like the rest of the body. The brain can go on for, they say virtually forever because it's the nature of it. So that's another question altogether. But it's not like the regular body. So that's what they think, and create and close that into a mechanical body, electronic mechanical body, right? See? And they're doing all kinds of things where they can manipulate the brain, time distortion, right? And they can take and give you any experience you want, right? Just press a button, they can have on a breast or whatever, and they can make you think they're in the Bahamas on vacation for 10, 20 years. And they only met 5-6 minutes. And so they look around, they can see a totally beautiful biological growth. That's what they want to see, in their mind. That's what they want to see, but it doesn't exist anymore. They can have any experience they want, have intimate experience, everything. Just press a button, be as real as the real thing. They already make experiments to make that happen, and they all make it happen to some extent. But this here is a total mechanic. Right now they tell you they're manufacturing food. I mean, chemically. You don't have to take my word for it, just Google it. Everything will be manufactured, will be nothing, no biological components whatsoever anymore. That's their vision. And you have no place in that vision. You'll be gone. And they don't want no huge population in that vision. They don't need it. And they have robots to do everything they need, so they don't need you anymore. They're basically robots to themselves, but they're cyborgs, which is different. Right? It has a biological brain, but a mechanical body. But robot is totally mechanical. So they got robots to do everything else they need. Everything they need, they don't need you. And you be gone. And that's the vision you working to. That's the vision they have you working towards, a vision that's going to destroy you. Because even if they allowed you to have any part of that, you know how much that body would cost you? $1 billion? Can you afford a Lamborghini even now? No. See, but you afford that body? No, you wouldn't be able to afford it. So therefore, here you got a total mechanical universe, a system, ecosystem, and here you biological. And see, because there's a method to this madness here. First of all, the climate's going to be totally destroyed. Because that's what he wants to. Such thing as global warming, climate control is not what they're saying, right? Because some of it is supposed to be that way. But the thing is, from their point of view, I'm talking about from their point of view, right? They want to destroy this, and they plan a nuclear war. They want a nuclear war. See, because that finished all the biological. Because they won't have to worry about, and they can live in a world that's radiated. You will not, a biological beings will not be able to. So that'd be the end of you. That's the vision Farrakhan's telling you. To go on, stay here with Massa. If something happens in America, fight for it. American dream. Just His only take is that you got to put him in the center of it because he's going to get all your energy. Make him rich and wealthy. See, that's what that's all about. But you don't understand it. Hold on, brothers and sisters. 1 second here. They're trying to contact me again. Mm-hmm. 1 second, brothers and sisters. It's right here. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, now. So we're going to take a look at money here, but this is the transition, the demon vision. See, keep you help building because the vision that you're working on, the American dream, that's where it's leading to on the bottom right. That's what it's leading to, and the demon's job is to make sure you keep fueling that vision. See, don't feed like Elijah Muhammad's vision, because his vision was to start thinking towards his vision was the Abrahamic covenant, right? Because he was preparing you to go home. Stop serving the devil's vision, start serving your own vision. Do for self. Start building your own nation. That's why they shut it down. And Farrakhan was the main ones that shut it down, because he was the one that was supposed to be responsible to maintain that vision. He says he was the main one. He was Elijah's mom. He's supposed to be Aaron, right? He's supposed to be the one to take over after Elijah Muhammad. He was the top spokesman, so he's supposed to maintain that vision. What did he do? He shut it down. He can't blame it on Wallace because he was right there. Wallace was officially out on time. Wallace was officially banned from the nation at times. So how did he get control when Farrakhan was the number one person, right? Even so, right? The point is, he was supposed to maintain, he didn't. He walked away, and plus he was with Wallace to destroy that vision. He was with Wallace 100%, destroy that whole vision, and start going back towards the American vision. They said, we don't need this stuff our own. We know that's what Wallace's position was, that's what Farrakhan's position was. And that's what he's still giving that vision, right? He's giving you the devil's vision. Or he's giving you Scientology and Sunni, but he's still giving you the devil's vision. He's telling you to think like the devil. Think analytically. See? Now that you understand the spatial analytical mind, you know that's totally wrong advice. And you understand America's about to be destroyed. You know, that's the wrong advice to stay here. He's telling you what his whole idea was to get you across the river. Okay, but now he's talking about he got one more thing. What's that one more thing then? I mean, if you're supposed to get across the river, you haven't done it. That should be a one more thing. And what river you talking about? The Mississippi River? And we're going to be riding in your wheelchair? The man's got 3 feet in the grave. And he hasn't produced a damn thing. But he's supposed to get you across the river. He has 40 some years, he hasn't got you across anything. He hasn't even got you across the Mississippi yet. Because he's saying he wants some 6 states or something over here. Brothers and sisters. So these are 2 visions. So I show you we're in a transition vision right now. That's the demons. The demons are controlling that vision. On TV, LeBron James and all these people, and Denzel Washington, he talking about why he chose Christianity. All stuff. They're all demons. They're in Master's house to make you stay on tune with that right, on the course with that right vision. To make sure you stay right here in this demon vision. Make sure you stay right here, which is leading you down here to this devil vision, this mechanical, electronic vision, right on the bottom right. That's the demon. That's their job. See, they master seed. See, and those are two visions. Those two goals. See, one is the angel. That's like that's from Muhammad came. That's Muhammad spent 47 years reinforcing it, and that's Suleiman's job to finally achieve that vision on the left. It's Farrakhan and those clowns' job to lead you to the vision on the right, which is also their destruction. That's how dumb they are. That's just because they're not going to be allowed to have that part of that vision either. They don't know it yet, but they're not going to be allowed to have it either. Okay, money. Let's talk about money. Money. See, money is what maintains the structural integrity of this vision. Because it forces you to serve their vision, that vision on the right. It's an illusion. It's not real, but it's very powerful. It's a very powerful illusion. Because we didn't have money before we came over here, we was doing fine. We didn't have money 50,000 years ago. We was doing fine. Technology you couldn't believe. So why is it have it now? Because their idea of energy, their idea of energy is that you come from them. Idea of energy is they control it. But the scripture says, "You men do not live by bread alone, but by by the word that comes out of the mouth of God." What they're trying to tell you is, you don't live by money. You live by energy that comes from the mouth. In other words, universal. The energy comes from as the universe contracted, so we get energy that we put out there is not coming back. That's what. But if you understand that, then you understand this is an illusion. It's a lie. But they're trying to tell you energy comes from them. That makes God Satan. Because if you believe that, then Satan becomes God as well. Because you receiving energy from him. You receive. How do you get this money? Because the only way you can do anything, you have to have money. Anything you want to get, you have to have money. So how do you get it? You have to work for them. You understand? So that means you have to work. And if you work for them, you're producing their vision. If you work for them, that means you're producing their vision. You work for yourself because that's what you're working. Working means you're helping to bring in their vision. See? Definitely. I was too. I had business because that's the problem we have. That's the reason why we got to leave here. As long as you're here, when Master Muhammad was here, he had to use money too. Elijah Muhammad had to use money too. That's the problem. Because I've been trying to explain to you, right? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Visions are about quality, not quantity. Say it again. Vision about quality, not quantity. It's different between $1 million shit farm and $1 million gold mine. So they're giving us their vision instead of we control our own vision. The same amount of energy, but we giving energy to their vision instead of our vision. Because we stopped giving. You see what Elijah Muhammad was to do when they was able to use vision, right? Because he was able, even under this situation, he was still starting to convert. Because he said, and ultimately before he left, he said he was going to stop even using their money. That's a no-no. Ask Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein. Because that determines the quality of the vision. Because that means you have to conform their vision to survive. Because you have to use their money. You have to buy what they allow you to buy with money. They tell you what you can buy with money. Oh, you can't buy this. This is legal. That's illegal. Whatever. They tell you how to use the money and and they control how you get it. And so you have to use money to do everything you want to do. So that means they control the quality of your vision. When you understand that simple concept, then we have to get the hell out of here. Because no matter what we do, we're still going to be helping their vision, which is against us. Once you understand what a vision is. And so money maintains the integrity of the vision. Because you got the whole world serving America's vision. Because you want to do anything, you got to take and do a transaction through American money. Europeans have their own money, but if you want to do global transactions, you have to do it with American money. That means you serve America's vision. And all transactions, that's why they got Saudi Arabia, they got them locked in, that they have to, anywhere you make all transactions, you have to make it through with American money. So they trying to control the quality of vision. So a shit farm, maybe, they may, like you have a hog farm, they may like it, but it's not good for us. It still may be $1 million, right? See? But if you got to take, for instance, if you're in a place where all they have is pork, then if you want to survive, you got to eat pork. You have no choice. So they're controlling that part of your vision, your health. Because that's if you want to survive, then you got to eat it. You understand? So that means if you want to survive, you have to obey their vision. You have to have their vision. You have to work towards their vision. That's self-destructive, suicidal. That alone tells you we have to get the hell out of here. Because to get money, you have to do what they tell you to do. You have to work for them. And like I say, they tell you how to spend it. What you can spend it on. See? That's what money does for you. And you think that the money is coming from them. You think because that money represents energy in this society. Money represents energy in society. It's false. That's not real true energy, but it's a false illusion of energy. But you have to have it to do things. To convert energy to one form to another, you need money. You give your efforts, right? And you convert your energy you do working to money so you can buy some other things. So you can get your apartment, buy your house, whatever. You're converting energy from one form to another with money. That's your tool to do it. So they control what you're converting from, what you're converting to. That means they control your vision with money. That's how they're doing it. Control it with money. And they got the demons stand around, make sure, right, that you go along with that. You don't ever see past that. To tell you that you don't have any other choice. That's their main purpose, to tell you don't have any other choice. Because if you live in a place where all they have is pork, and next door they have beef, but you don't know it, the demons making sure you never know that there's a place next door that says beef. I was like, you'll go there. And therefore, then you're not buying their pork and stuff anymore. You're not controlled by them anymore. So the demon's job is to make sure you don't really no instead they're selling beef over there. Because you'd immediately go, and that's why I tell you, you ain't got no promised land. This is American dream, that's all you got. Because if you know you got a promised land, if you understand Abraham coming, you would not be playing with this dream anymore. You would forsake it and go into your own place and build your own vision. Serve your own vision. I said, let my people go so they serve me. Because now they're serving the false vision. Do you understand, brothers and sisters, the nature of money? To maintain integrity of this false vision. And money is an illusion, because that's not where energy comes from. But they tell you it is. And the only way you can get it, do anything, is you have to get that energy which they control. But it's not really energy. It's false. But they use it to control the quality of your vision. Remember, not controlling the quantity, because everybody gets the same amount of energy. They control the quality. So instead of you have a diamond mine, you got $1 million diamond mine, you got $1 million shit farm. So we building their vision, which is against us. So I think I covered most things here, right? But nuclear war is part of their vision, because that finally because that's what would take and eradicate this biological world. Once they achieve that mechanical, electronic, what you see on the right there, once they achieve that, they have no use for this biological world. and they're free of Allah as they understand it, even though they still serve mathematics because they know mathematics is a true religion. They just want control of it. So now they're the gods. And the whole biological creation has been gone. Been removed. That's a threat to them. Because they cannot survive in this biological world. It's destroying them. So that's pretty much that, brothers and sisters. I think I covered pretty much what I want to say there. See? About the demons, their purpose, the devil's vision, how we trapped in it. We're trapped here in it. We're trapped in the vision that will lead to our destruction. That's where it's the destination. They give you a map, they say this is the destination. And you don't realize destination is your destruction. And demons keep carrying you. Hey man, that's the way to go. That's the way to go carry you. There's no other place, man. That's the only place. That's the only place you can go. So you're driving 100 miles an hour to your destruction. Because you don't know there's another sanctuary someplace else. That's the only one. So you think American dream is all it is. So that means you're going to take and get more into it, but you don't realize that dream is your destruction. If you don't have no idea of a promised land, then unless you just want to directly kill yourself, you want to be successful in the society. That's the whole idea. You're not going anywhere. So once you got that in your mind, that means you're going to start trying to do the best you can, right, to achieve this American dream, this vision, which is not your vision. It's your enemy's vision. That's the purpose of Farrakhan and those like him, to make you think you have no alternative. See? So therefore you serve Master's dream. See? But he controls the quality of your vision. He doesn't control the quantity, he can only control the quality of it. And the only reason, and nowadays, right, you even give more if you're doing energy deprivation, self-imposed energy deprivation, which most of us are doing. Because you have enough energy to control yourself, even though they still control the quality. But if you're full speed at American dream, that means now, right, you don't have enough energy to control yourself anymore. So now you're suffering in all kinds of ways. See, hypertension, right, diabetes, cancer, tumors, which shouldn't be. See, because at that point you can control that. But if you sow on the American dream, then you're forcing. So it means you give them energy to a false vision instead of giving it to yourself. So you have enough to control yourself, long enough to get the hell out of here. Preserve yourself, preserve your soul, because your body's your soul. You get the hell out of here. That's the purpose of Master Muhammad coming to get you to start focus on yourself. So you be ready when Suleiman comes along to get your ass out of here. So you won't be all messed up. Because I said if you lose your soul, then that's it. If you corrupt your soul, there's no hope for you. See? That's why I give you 5 fundamental pillars of Islam, so you can maintain yourselves. What's the point of going to promised land all screwed up, messed up? That's assuming they even get there. Okay. So that means the main name of the game right now is preserving yourself. Preserving your mate. You 180 degrees, your mate is 180 degrees. If you invest all your energy in her, if you invest all your energy in you still invest energy in yourself, aren't you? You're preserving each other. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I'm going to leave it there, right? I think I covered most everything I need to cover here. But you understand, this is the vision. That's their ultimate vision right there. I show you the means, how that means to achieve it, what the purpose of demons are in that mission, right? The role of money. And your vision, the two are they're in conflict. Both visions are in conflict with each other right now. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum.